Hey guys, it's Chloe and today I am here with a brand new video. Today I'm here with my July wrap up. I completed a total of 7 books in the month of July and I'm working on 2 more books that I'm hoping to finish by the end of the month, but we'll talk about those in a little bit. So we're just gonna jump right in. I read a lot of things this month and I'm really excited to talk about them. The first thing I read was The Crown by Kira Cass. This was a reread, my second read of this book. And this completes my reread of the selection series for this year that I started in May. And I listened to the audiobook for this book, which is the first time that I've listened to the audio for this. And I decided to give this book a 4 stars, which is also what I gave it before. It was just great to get to dive back into this world and finish the series again and just be reminded of what happened. The next book I read was Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is the first book that I have read by Elizabeth Acevedo, and it is also her new release for 2020. It is told in verse. I highly recommend the audiobook. It's only about 5.5 hours long, and Elizabeth Acevedo is one of the 2 narrators of this audiobook. I gave this book 4 stars, and it was also the BookTube Tricks Book Club pick for the month of July, and we just had our live show, so I will link that in the description below so you can hear all of our thoughts. Next, I read 10 Things I Hate About Pinkie by Sandhya Menon. I had an arc for this book that I finally got the chance to read, and I posted a whole reading vlog for that, so I'll link that in the description below as well. It is spoiler-free of me reading this book for the first time and also adding a review at the end of that video. This is the 3rd book in the Dimpleverse, and it was just really great to meet these 2 new characters and be immersed back in this world. I love Sandhya's writing. Her contemporary writing is amazing, and it was just great to read this. I gave this 4 stars. Staying in the Dimpleverse world, I read Love at First Fight by Sandhya Menon. This is an e-novella that comes in between There's Something About Sweetie and 10 Things I Hate About Pinkie, and it is set during Valentine's Day in an escape room. I also gave this one 4 stars. It was great to see characters that we have seen before in the past, but also see Pinkie and Samir before the events of 10 Things I Hate About Pinkie, and I thought it was really great. Next, I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I also listened to the audiobook for this. This was a big audiobook month because of my move, and I ended up falling in love with Chloe and Red, especially Red. I just love these 2 characters so much, and by the end, I was just breaking over how cute they were. There's 2 more books in this series. The second one is already out and the 3rd one is going to be coming out next year, so I'm definitely trying to get my hands on those ASAP. And I rated this 4 stars. Next, I read I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. The 2nd book in a row that I read this month where the main character has the same name as me. I listened to the audiobook for this as well. This was a really easy book to get through. It is about a girl named Chloe who's trying to audition for a dance conservatory, but her mother does not want her to. I rated this 4 stars. It's really short to get through if this is a book you've been wanting to try out. Next, I read The Heir and the Spare by Emily Albright. This one was a weird one. I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, I feel like there's just parts of these characters that aren't fleshed out enough. We don't know enough about them, but suddenly we're thrown into this story with all these characters, so many characters. There were parts about this book that I enjoyed, which is why I ended up giving it a 3, but overall, I was a little disappointed with this book, especially because I love royalty books. So those are all the books that I've completed up to this point, and I have 2 books that I am trying to finish before the end of the month. The first one that I'm currently reading is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I am almost halfway through this book. I've been listening to the audiobook, and oh my god, I feel like I've been listening to this book forever. I love this movie. The book is very, very similar. I am enjoying it. It does follow a lot of different people, so it is a little bit hard to follow, but overall I am enjoying it. The other book that I'm hoping to finish this month is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is her debut novel. The audiobook for this is only 3.5 hours long, and I do have it from my library, so I'm definitely wanting to get to this before the end of the month, and it's also told in verse, so it should be very easy to get through. So guys, those are all of the books that I read in the month of July and the books that I am hoping to finish. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! In the darkness, I don't feel so cold. The answers fall like rain, and somehow we were okay. A story drifts between shadows and smoke.